I'd probably come to callback. Especially this next question, one of the tougher ones. What do I have to do? Okay, what kind of equation is it first of all? Fractional equation. What does it say to do first? So this denominator can be factored to what? Plus 2 minus 2, right? Then find our LCD, which is what? X plus 2, x minus 2. We all agree with that? Then what? Multiply all terms, because it's an equation. If we were just adding, we'd want to find that, we'd want to keep the denominators common, but here we want to cancel them out. So we're going to multiply by the LCD, both sides, plus 2 minus 2, and x plus 2 minus 2. What cancels first? Both of them, right? What's left? Just an x. The x plus 2's cancel. What's 1 times that? X minus 2. Everybody agree? Now on the right side, I'm going to multiply these first. X squared minus 4 is right. Times 3 gives us what? Now check the right side. That's probably where you went wrong if you made a mistake. Next step.
Multiply term.
2x minus 2, 3x squared minus 12. Always like to combine our x's first if we can. So negative 2 equals what?
3x squared minus 2x minus 12.
Okay, you need more than one voice. Next step, add 2. So I finally got it equal to what? Now don't say anything if you asked me about this yesterday. Minus 10. Once we have it equal to 0, it's time to what? Factor. Well, signs are going to be what? Plus and minus, right? One, because our last sign's negative. 3x squared comes from what? 3x and x. Now 10 comes from a lot of places. 10, 1, 1, 10. What else? 5, 2, 2, 5. What do you think? Well, it's definitely not going to be what?
Positive 2, negative 5.
Positive 2, negative 5? Inner terms. 2x, outers. Negative 15 plus 2, negative 13. 2 and 5 didn't work, did it? Okay? What do you want to try? We can, but let's try to find our number first. Let's try 5 and 2. Inner terms. Positive 5x. Outer terms. Minus 6x gives us negative x, right? That didn't work.
No.
Well, if I put a 1 in 10, 30 minus 1 is 29, and 10 minus 6 is 4. None of them worked. The quadratic formula. There are no factors. Now, I'm just going to have you write now the word quadratic formula because it couldn't be factored. But on the test, all questions will be able to factor. So we're not going to go through and do the quadratic. We already tested on that.
What did the
On the regions? Oh, absolutely. You'll get definitely quadratic formulas on there. Okay?
But like in this kind of problem?
This type of problem?
Yeah, will they give us a theoretical idea?
Well, it depends on how the problem's worded. Like, you know, they may say, if they say something, Jose, like express your answer in simplest radical form, that's a dead giveaway that it's going to be a quadratic. If it's multiple choice, I mean, it's all determined by the wording. So you could see a quadratic, and you will see a quadratic, or maybe not. Okay, what type of equation is this, guys? I got to start picking up the pace a little.
Absolute value.
Read the directions. Absolute value equation.
Isolated.
Is it isolated?
Yeah.
Then what?
Separate.
Separate. 3x plus 2
Equals 7.
and 3x plus 2.
Equals -7.
And now this is baby food. Subtracting 2, dividing, we get what?
X equals
5/3. Again, you don't have to make it a decimal. Subtracting 2, we get 3x is -9. Dividing, x equals what? and both answers will work. Are we good on that? All of these were equations. What's an equation? Something with an equal sign. Now, number 24 starts a whole different brand of things called what? Inequalities. Inequality means it's not equal. It's either greater or less than. Greater than or equal, less than or equal. This is a linear inequality. What makes it linear? Do you have an exponent here? No. What's the rule? Linear inequality. So we solve it just like it was this equation here, right? How do we solve this equation? Divide by -6. But we're not going to use the equal sign. We're going to get x what? Less than? Just less than -2.5. The other part of an inequality, is you have to what? Graph. You'll draw. I'll have blank scales like this. So here, 0, -1, -2, -3. You'll draw a partial number line. -2.5 is our little critical point there. Where are we drawing our graph?
Between the -1 and the upper line, between the 2 and the
Left or right? Less than means to the left. You see the direction that's pointing? That's going to be the same direction that your graph is pointing. This is just a one-way number or bar inequality. We want all the numbers less than -2.5. We also have to put it in interval notation. Help me out. Negative infinity to what? -2.5. This is our new notation. This is the way you wrote it in 9th grade as an inequality. Now we're writing it in interval notation. Everybody good there? Okay, let's continue. Things will get a little tougher, although these two problems should be simple. What do I do? Need more than one voice. 2x less than what? Next step? Divide 2, x less than what? -2. So, on our number line, 0, -1, -2, -3, we're starting at -2 with what? When do we use a parenthesis? Less than or greater than, when it doesn't have the equal sign. Which way are we going once again? To the left, so -2 with our bar to the left. Interval notation. Everybody agree with that as far as our interval goes? Okay? So far so good? I mean, this could be our last test. Right now, the way I have the quarter mapped out, we're scheduled to have a test the very last day of the quarter. If we have one day that's interfered or we need an extra day, then this will be our last test. The only other thing you got is homework and group. So I hope to get one more test. Double inequality here. How can I do it all at once without separating? Subtract 3 from all sides. I got a left side, middle side, right side. What do I got?
-2
Less than?
2x. is
Less
also
than?
less than -3.
6.
Oh, my bad, 6.
6, okay, because we're
Right,
subtracting.
subtract.
Next step? Divide what by 2?
All of them.
All of them by 2, by 2, by 2. Everybody stay involved. -1,
-1 less than x less than 3.
3. Now that's our inequality notation here. So we got 0, 1, 2, 3, -1. Just tap that.
Perfect.
Thanks.
All right, got one.
Yeah, and believe me, yesterday Sheridan was over there banging that thing every couple of minutes. So at -1 and 3, what will I be drawing? Because this is what we call an in-between. X is less than 3, so we're going less than 3, and at the same time greater than